Hello guys and welcome back to the Kingdom of Sarnor series and the Princess Lalassa Alexei. In the last episode we just bode our time a bit and tried to rebuild our military. We invested back into Last Refuge and our levies are quite improved, but we're mainly just waiting for this debuff here in Shame Isle to clear out the new administration one, which will allow our levies to finally reinforce, because right now we're only at 50 men of our possible 800 almost, and that levy reinforcement rate minus 70% is really slowing us down. So we gotta wait 20 years for that. We'll have to see if in that time we're able to get the garrison filled, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, till then we've just kind of been waiting. Other things that happened of note in the last episode, you might notice over here in Mir, there is a separate independent nation, and that's the Mirish Flatlands, ruled by none other than Visenya Targaryen. She is actually the first Targaryen to really expand, as her father's remained in Dragonstone. Her brother's still there as the heir, obviously, and she's gone off with a couple of her own men and carved the kingdom for herself, which I think is pretty good. So she now owns the Mirish Flatlands. She rules from a province in here, the castle of Lordor Bay, and she is married to a Celtigar, so the Celtigars will inherit this little independent kingdom, I suppose. Right now she's just a lady, not even a queen, but I'm sure she'll expand a little more. She's got the dragon to do it, so we'll see. We'll see what that leads to. But yeah, let's unpause, because really we want the debuff to get out of Shame Isle, so we can start making our offensive moves on the rest of the stepstones. I've been thinking about what we could do after the stepstones. We could, I mentioned potentially... Oh, she's ransomed the Magister of Mir out. Okay, we could potentially expand into the Summer Isles, because a lot of them are independent and rather weak, and they would give us some nice military power as well. Or even to the Basilisk Isles, a little further away. But another option I was considering is that we could also go to the Free Cities. Tyrosh is quite nearby. They're not particularly strong. With the power of the Stepstones, I think we could be able to see something in Tyrosh. If we could be able to take the city itself, I mean, it's a nice levy there. Would be a nice little capital for which to base our invasion on Sarnor. Because obviously, although Last Refuge is a aptly named place, I don't know that we can launch our invasion from here. Pirates have been marauding in increasing numbers all along the coast of Last Refuge recently. Worse, there's a rumor among the common folk that the pirates are being aided by Axe Isle agents. Kalanos. This is the guy who made a non-aggression pact with me in the last episode. Let's send a letter to the Lord of Axe Isle to find out if so. Yes. Let's see what he says. Because you make a non-aggression pact and then aid people in raiding us? I might go to the Basilisk Isles after all. I don't like that. Roland of the Empty Pockets. Cool name. But yeah, that's... We could make the Empire of the Summer... Ooh, Sothrios, that's what you need. Okay. Princess Lalassa, I must say, I do not approve of the tone in your last letter. Accusing others to try and obscure your own failings and keeping your own safe only leaves you looking like a filthy grumbler. I wish you a speedy recovery from your paranoia. Oh dear, I should try to repair this, where I lose prestige and try to basically keep our non-aggression pact going, where the Carthian jester is hiding something. I'm gonna answer accusingly. Who does he think he is? He's a pirate lord in the middle of nowhere. Axe Isle is really weak. Last Refuge is much stronger. Not to mention I have another castle. And I'm a princess, after all. You know, I'm the rightful queen of Sarnor, after all. Yeah, the jester's hiding something. We have no formal alliance, and he speaks to me like this? Joffrey the Just has declared his claim on the Freylands war on Iron King Harren. So, Harren's now fighting a war on two fronts. You'll remember he was fighting with the Lannisters over Stony Sept, I believe. Yeah. And he's actually winning, despite the Lannisters having more men. I'm assuming because they sent a lot of men to the Isles. They did. which is really a waste of time because the Iron Isles are just going to take the Westerlands. That's where all their armies are. But, yeah, the AI. You know, what are you going to do? But now, with Joffrey attacking on the other side with 27,000, this could make things interesting. He's trying to seize the Freylands here. Should put them pretty close to the Twins. So that's interesting. They would get a hold of this kind of passage down south through the Twins. Dear Princess Lalassa, you are quite right that I have erred in my ways. However, after pondering my faults and considering what a sweet lady you are, I am now fully committed to seeing you prosper and to preserve our good relationship. I convey to you my sincere and humble apologies. With the greatest respect and admiration, Lord Kalanos. Oh, look at that. Come groveling back. Very well, then. The gall of this guy. He has 70 men, and he speaks to me like that. I have 900. Quite a bit more, you know. I am going to recruit a commander now. Sellsword. Parvesh. Quite good, actually. He's not good as a bodyguard, but he is quite a good commander. He can take over for Utkarsh here. Oh, no, Utkarsh is a good fighter. And he is one of my bodyguards. Okay, good. Because I have right now Parth. Should I? Do I have no one who knows how to command? Utkarsh. Okay, so Utkarsh and Parvesh will be my commanders. Yeah. Utkarsh is quite good. He's one of my better bodyguards. He's married with Vishva. They have 2 children. Alright. Okay. Now I do want to see about this. High Lordship of the Mirish Flatlands. Empire of New Valyria encompasses all of that. 2 regional titles. Yeah, she's not making that anytime soon. Although Andalos, no, it's not close enough. After I had made another courtier cry, the 3rd one in a short week, I felt a bit embarrassed. Is this really who I am, a cruel woman who likes to hurt people? Who am I kidding? I love this. 45% chance of becoming cruel. Or, oh, the Moonpale Maiden, what have I done? Forgive me, please. And 45% chance of becoming kind. She is humble, which means she could ask for forgiveness. If she was proud, I think she wouldn't try to ask for forgiveness. Cynical, though, so maybe she doesn't believe in the Moonpale Maiden. I don't know that selfish really factors into this cruelty thing. I don't know. Could she turn cruel, perhaps? I think she's quite kind. Right? I mean, she's trying to end slavery. She doesn't have the Liberator trait. I need to, at some point, console command that in. I'll do that at the end of this episode. Because, I mean, just for the story-wise, I think she should have the Liberator trait, you know? But yeah, I do think she is quite kind. I don't think she's particularly cruel. I don't see her as being either of these, basically. I see her neutral, but I'll go with this one. Because humility kind of plays to that, and the cynicism kind of plays to this. Or not necessarily. The cynicism just plays away from asking for the god's forgiveness. It doesn't really make her cruel. So yeah, this is probably more likely. And she has become kind. Okay, well, now she is kind. There we go. That sorts that. Ooh, I could actually claim Sarnor now if I wanted. He only has 400 men. And is fighting a war against Ombar and Saris. The Kingdom of Saris is also raised up against him. King Ranak. Now, I could do that, but I don't see why. Even if I claimed Sarnor now, I wouldn't have much power. I do want a stronger military to be able to fight the Dothraki, and, I mean, frankly, the Stepstones would give me a bit more power. You know, not that much, but enough. They should have a couple thousand in here, which would be good to fight off the Dothraki men. So, really, there's no point in taking a broken kingdom right now with all the kings of Sarnor attacking the High King and the Dothraki invading. It would just be chaos. I wouldn't have any hold of it, and I wouldn't be able to really fight back against the Dothraki, so it's not a smart move yet. At age 42, my acquaintance, the Prince of the Stormlands, Argalak Durandon, has died. He was murdered on the orders of Lord Edric of Wendwater. Edric Errol, the one they call the Wicked, has killed Argalak Durandon and almost ended the Durandon line. I think it's the Wensingtons who rule. Yeah, Storm King John. This is of their line. I believe this is the Wensington line. It's the Wensingtons or the Ballings, because I know both of those have ties to House Baratheon. Maybe both of them were legitimized, actually. No, it looks like all of them are in the same line. I don't know. It's one or the other. You're getting some men here. Your Lord Treasurer comes to see you one afternoon. He explains that he has devised a plan to bring in exotic goods by setting up a trade route with a foreign realm. This would of course require a sizable monetary investment, but the potential profits would also be great. Let's organize an expedition. Yes. The time has come to outfit a ship for our trading expedition. The harbor master shows you a large ship with sizable cargo hold that would be perfect for this job, but it does come at quite a hefty price. A crew of bandits steal the ship, buy the merchant ship for the journey. We'll do this, yeah, we'll buy it. 25 gold's fine. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to send you to Shame Isle, because your levy reinforcement rate is 70%. And that's what's being lowered by the new administration thing. So we might actually be able to recruit men at a normal rate now. We should have done that ages ago. But there you go. The word is spread that you're planning a trading expedition, and a group of priests have arrived at your court with a request that you're offering temple funds for the journey if you will allow them to come along on the journey. I don't think so. This is purely a mission of wealth. It's purely a trade mission. We just want to make money. I don't really want to take the priests. They're probably going to try to spread their faith and cause event issues, you know, where we have to pick between appeasing the priests or getting lower prices from the commoners, something like that. You know what I mean. So no, I'm not risking them getting in the way for 5 gold. I can manage without. It's time to set out on the trading expedition. Hopefully it'll yield good profits to foreign lands. So we wasted 25 on this expedition. Let's keep that number marked and see how much we actually profit from this, if we do. Our court is getting rather packed, actually, but we still don't have a good enough bodyguard. Dracoris the Open-Handed inherited the city of the Harbor Emir. Okay, good for him. Ooh, and it's finally happened. Aerion Targaryen has died of depression, and what that does is it leaves Aegon II, the one we've come to know as the Conqueror, in charge of Dragonstone. His sister's already gone conquering. What will he do now, though? He's betrothed to a Celtigar. Oh, his sister's daughter, the heir to the Mirish Flatlands. So he would inherit the Mirish Flatlands. So he could expand into the east and build up the empire there. The expedition finally reaches the realm of Lord Dennis Ryger. Really? So we've gotten a Willow Wood. Your Lord Treasurer asks you what gift we shall bring forth as a token of friendship to Lord Dennis. 12 strong horses, we lose 30 more gold, a chest with quality cloth from back home, a pouch of rare herbs, or my courtesy should be good enough a gift. Let's bring a chest with a quality cloth from back home. It's a good gift, but it's not 30 gold, you know? He isn't like a king or anything, he's just a somehow independent lord in the Riverlands. At dinner, you notice Lord Dennis of Willowwood's face growing red with annoyance as he glares at your steward shoveling his food in with his bare hands. Please excuse him, I'm trying to raise this street urchin to a civilized life. I'm hungry too. Disrespect his culture. And Famished came anyways, the priest. Oh no, he's the treasurer. He's just High Almoner. Gotcha. So will I play the diplomatic card and kind of insult my own person, or will I insult him? I am humble, so I'm probably just gonna appease the Lord. Please excuse him, I'm trying to raise this street urchin to a civilized life. Sorry, Fanish. Favor to get the justiciar position. After long hours of discussing the terms of how trade can be sustained, you and Lord Dennis come to a conclusion that you both agree on. This will be a profitable agreement. Now, we wasted 15 gold on a gift, 25 on hiring the ship, so 40 gold. So we should be making more than that, hopefully, from this profitable agreement. With the new trade route set up, you return with the first batch of goods and sell them off for a nice profit. The influx of new wares will also benefit the economy for a long period to come. Okay. We are losing money at the moment, somehow. How are we doing that? We should never be losing money. Oh, God. We get 25.9 gold, and it improves city taxes and castle taxes. So we lose out on 15 gold from our payment, but we get all these increases. We get all these bonuses. The prosperity, better stewardship, city vassal opinion, all these things. Okay. That's pretty good. Your Lord Treasurer has brought in riches to your realm through his competent handling of the trading expedition. He probably expects to be rewarded with a share of the wealth. I will reward him appropriately. Yes, I am kind. There you go, Fanish. You did your job. I had to insult you to get the trade done. You get your 6 gold. Tyroshi slave raid on Tall Tree's town. Okay. We making money again. We are. A little worrying that we weren't there for a bit. Does the pacified province affect levy reinforcement rate? By 2%. I don't know. I think I'll just keep him in Last Refuge. That 2% won't be significant, and I like the levy size it's got going on. Gorn of Gorn's host has declared his conquest of the broken arm on Princess Myria the Brilliant. So Gorn Goodbrother, the brother of Lord Dale of Hammerhorn, has set off on his own with 7,500 Ironborn to try to take the broken arm. Now, the broken arm is the High Lordship of Sunspear. This bit. So he's trying to conquer that. I don't think he'll do it with 7,500 Ironborn, but you never know. Maybe he could beat Myria. Defending. Not doing anything. Since I arrived in Shamal, there has never been a shortage of soldiers. Let us hope so. Better reinforcement rate and more prosperity. Fantastic. Really good. Oh, that's why we were losing money, because of the marauding pirates. Do we have that on both our places? We do. That is harmful. Lord Master Murillo? I don't know. Accepted Aegon's peace offer. Won by Aegon, so he's probably going to get a bit of cash. Yep. So already he's winning wars that his father couldn't. He's still fighting the Whispers, Lord Alan's claim on Claw Isle. And he's winning right now. And he's also fighting a slave raid by a lord who doesn't have ships. I'm sure he'll do fine. Young talented artist from Last Refuge proposes to paint an iconic portrait of High King Mazor of Sarnor. Oh, of my father. I think he will, or she will absolutely do that. This will be grand in the main hall. I think she very much admired her father and wants a portrait of him. Yeah. Good to remember the last true High King of Sarnor. Or wait, no, I guess we would count my brother as a High King, as a true High King, despite dying young. But yes, he was the last great High King. He ruled well until he died in battle. I'm surely with child my husband will be pleased. Okay, that's quite good. I only have one son after all, so second kid would be good. I'm still depressed. Don't remember how I got that, but hopefully it'll pass. My husband has a cough and vomiting. Oh no. And there's Aegon Targaryen winning another war. Some more Kashish. He's doing things well. Look at him. Oh, and he did have another brother before his father died. Maelor Targaryen. From the Lyseni wife. His brother Jaehaerys, his half-brother Jaehaerys, is the heir right now. 13 years old. Not that good at much. Decently learned. Recently I've noticed the pitiful state of my husband, Lord Gaian. I've just been informed that the cause of his aches and fatigue is a case of the flu. Oh, okay. Call for a physician at once. He's actually bedridden. Uh-oh. My husband could die here. This would not be good. He'd die a little young. And without us ever getting to reclaim his castle. Ouch! As I place my hand over my belly and slowly sit down, a soft smile makes its way across... Oh, my husband died as I'm seeing this. Yep. Makes its way across my face. The baby is kicking again. I wonder if he'll grow up to be a warrior. I'm sure I'm carrying a fierce little soldier. Dear God, dear the gods, I need a rest. Yeah, I'm sure I'm carrying a fierce little soldier. And I'm stressed now. And my husband, Gayan, has died. Now it falls on me to decide whether to make a funeral big and special event or just keep it small and private. Just small and private. I mean, we just own one island. Not going to waste a ton of gold. There's, like, barely any people here. It's like a small garrison. But we will need to get remarried. Ooh, Yathavan. Here's a new bodyguard. Sturdy man, a giant, strong, and a poor fighter. And I do need to get married immediately. So matrilineal marriage. I could marry into my own court. Another Gayan, bodyguard. My new bodyguard, Yathavan. His father was the master of Kesher. So he did rule, his father did rule a castle. He is kind of a noble. I could properly raise him to nobility. It wouldn't be a bad marriage. Yeah, there's really no one else. Parvesh is 30. But a good general. He wants to become chief general. I think I could probably do that for you, buddy. But Avalash has served me well. I'll keep Avalash for now. And I think I'm going to do just what I was talking about. So, where's the new guy? Started with an A, right? He's a bodyguard. Let's just find him this way. Yathavan. It's a Y. Don't know why I thought it was an A. We're raising him to nobility. Yes, we'll raise him to nobility first, officially. And his castle was called what? Kesher. So, we'll... House Rakesh. How's that? Alright? I think that's fine. We need a symbol for him. We'll just go through a couple of randoms and settle at something. Very Westerosi, those ones. So let's get something less Westerosi, just more symbolic. How about an hourglass? That should be fine. A white hourglass on a blue field? Yeah, blue being the ocean, white being whatever you want it to be. I don't know. But yeah, House Rakesh. His father was a noble, in a way. And that will give me reason to marry him now. By making him a noble. There we go, my new husband. Oh, and we need a new wedding, of course. I've given orders for a grand ceremony and feast to be honored in last refuge in honor of Lord Yathavan Rakesh and Princess Lalas Alexi's wedding. Let the preparation begin, and all my vassals will be there. I am wasting a bit of cash, but we're still over 100, so that's fine. We are making money again. Your Lord Treasure Fanish has grave news. Oh, God. Part of the castle where the guests would be staying would have to be repaired, or else he couldn't guarantee the guests' safety. It'd be rather costly, but Fanish assured me the repairs would be worth the cost. 20 gold. Fine, just repair it. Damn it. Hoping we will get some money back once we are at war. I will spend enough to make it nice. Jeez, we're actually really getting into our funds. Hereby invite you to. We no longer have that great amount of money we used to. Hopefully Shame Isle can It's reinforcing a lot better now, so that's good. Ooh, and we're in the last months of our pregnancy. So Huzor has taken over. The guests have finally arrived. All is ready. The servants have worked day and night to prepare and decorate the dance hall. Lalassa's gown is splendid and the castle has never looked lovelier. Welcome to the wedding. Don't know how we're doing this. Well, she's in the last month's pregnancy. Now Lalassa and Yathavan stand before the gods to take up a holy vow of marriage. The great lords and ladies of the last refuge look on as he drapes the arms of House Rakesh around the bride to finally seal their marriage. Now for the feast. Oh, skipped that one. Sure, I've read it at some point, though. The lamprey pie made a fine course of my feast, however my courtier Shashi enjoyed it too heartily, for she got a piece lodged in her throat. The guests frantically try to save her, but her face turns a sickening blue. Everyone realizes she's going to die. The feast is ruined. Wow. So my court physician's wife died in my wedding. He needs a new wife. Aisha. There you go. Younger. Sure, you'll be fine. The other one had a daughter, too. A bastard. So she was cheating on you. Miria has inherited the lordship of Gaston Grey. Okay. Good for her. Aegon's now fighting his last war. The feast is winding down and now only the bedding remains. Yathavan and Lalassa are stripped of all garments by the revelers who make many a bawdy joke along the way. They're finally bundled into their bedchamber where they are finally left alone. A fine tradition. The feast is winding down and now only the bedding remains. You and Yathavan are stripped of all garments by the revelers, make many a bawdy joke along the way. You are both then finally bundled into his bedchamber where you are finally left alone. How debauched. And the end of the regency is we've actually had a daughter, Sitara. Interesting she ended up a giant, seeing as she has no relation to our now giant husband. But, Princess Sitara. Yep. The morning after the wedding feast has come and all the lords and ladies are finally making their way home. All agree it was a fine celebration. Many predict the newlyweds shall be most content. Yeah, fine celebration. The wedding night even had a birth on it. Brilliant. Had great fun, and so did everyone else. Ooh, hold on. Jash has died. My former slave owner has finally died, and I can't say I'm sorry about that. He's out of stress. He left behind a daughter. We're in need of a new Senescal now. Parth is pretty suited for the position. Good mix of stewardship and diplomacy. He will take over. And pacify the province over here. Because that's where Jash was. We do need a new ambition, which is probably to have 5 kids. What else can we do? See the realm prosper. Build a war chest. Maybe. Maybe we do need a war chest. Would be getting to 300 gold. I don't think that we can do that. Let's say fall in love. Why not? She wants to fall in love at this point. Her husband died and she never really loved him. Now she has a new one and I guess she wants to finally fall in love. Well, Yathavan's a bodyguard, of course. In need of a new court tutor. Sahasrad seems well learned. He could fit the position pretty well. Ishan, the spy master, he's possessed though. He's pretty well rounded though. Ooh, or Parvesh. Let's make Parvesh the court tutor. Get him married as well. Is there a potential wife for you? Treya. Yep. You've gotten yourself a wife. There you go. Levy's reinforcing now, but it's still going to take a little while. Damn it. Let's have a look at the situation in Sarnor while we're waiting. We have another righteous imprisonment. Parvesh is trying to plot. Let's tell him to stop that. Especially if I know of it. His wars with Ombre are still going on. He's got 600 men now. Is he winning? In favor of King Belafont. Yes, but only 8%. The King of Ombre is actually not winning that well. He's only got 700 men. Saris has even less. But what they're kind of holding over the High King is their garrisons, I'm assuming. Oh, only 200 for Saros. He could take that. And Bartos, yeah, has a strong garrison that could withhold any of the High King's armies. He can't gather 1,000 men. A man claiming to be a lord who disappeared 7 years ago has found his way to my castle. He sings of the children of the forest, and some say his songs are prophetic. Why should I believe him? I become paranoid because I have the cynical trait. Long lost but home again, or he's finally found his way home. Okay, now the kind thing would probably be to welcome him back, but I am cynical. I'm also humble, though. And I mean, I can still welcome him while not believing him. Right? I'll just say long lost but home again, and not get the courtiers. So basically, like, put him up for a night, and then tell him to get out. It's not particularly paranoid, right? Also, don't really want the paranoid trait. But I think I justified it decently. Ooh, we're actually making a decent amount of money now. 0.2. When does this end? Because that will make our money go up pretty well in 3 years. Princess Miri of Dorne has hanged a Farwind. Probably because she was siding with the Ironborn invader, and she has beat him easily. Stormlands are fighting war with the Fowlers. Their claim on Night Song. Oh, the Fowlers claim on Night Song. Huh. Belicius of Visus Plains has accepted a peace offer. And he has surrendered as well, so Aegon won all of his wars. He took over for his father and immediately brought peace to Dragonstone by winning every war. You know what? I think this kid might be pretty special. You know? Maybe he'll do something important at some point. Who knows? It looks like all that time kicking in my belly was not just for show. My sweet Sitara is growing into a fierce and healthy girl. I'm so proud of her, and she's gaining martial and prestige. Okay, 4 martial at 0 years old. That's good. Lord Master Murillo used a favor. Meanwhile, Vyomesh at 5 is pretty decently balanced. He's looking good. Gendel Hornblower has declared his invasion of the Night's Watch on the new Lord Commander. We never checked who actually took over. Laurent Fossaway is the new Lord Commander, former steward. I assume the main commanders are still the same. Yep, Forrest and Torwin the Black. Or no, Torwin the Rash. That's the new guy. Blind for Mage. Yeah, probably, because I think it was a ranger who was here. Maybe not. I don't know. But he only has 7... Oh, he has way more men than the King Beyond the Wall. He'll be fine. But, yeah, with that, I'm gonna end this episode here. My husband died, so that's a pretty big thing that happened. We got remarried to our new husband. We've had a daughter, and our funds are kind of waning now. At the same time, though, it looks like we've finally gotten over the negatives of this part of the reinforcement rate, and we're actually getting men up at a decent rate now. We're up to 120. We started this episode on like 40 men recruited here. So we're actually recruiting men much faster, and this could speed up the process of the invasion without having to wait to, 8, 12, 20 more years. Yeah, we shouldn't have to wait 20 more years. It's been like 2 and we've been able to get 200 men here. So that's pretty good. Hopefully in the next couple of episodes we'll be able to have a full or near full levy there, and we'll be able to invade Grey Gallows. Who knows? But yeah. I hope you guys did enjoy this episode. If you did, do like and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.